Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, bringing you another Star Citizen video. And 3.9.1 launched, and this is what everybody was experiencing early on. It was buggy as hell. So, yeah, I tried logging in and logging in and logging in, and there was definitely issues. When I finally got in, there was no launch week in the convention center. So we found out that that would be launching about 5 o'clock Central Time when I was at work. So that's why you guys are getting this video about a day late. I was able to get home from work and put together a lot of this video for you, and it's going to cover a lot of different things. I know it's a little bit longer, so forgive me for that. Hopefully you guys will watch it all the way through and you will get something out of it. So with the convention, the Invictus launch week beginning, they released some stuff on the website as well. So let me show you the, I guess, teaser video that they had for it. It's actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it. We'll play it with some sound here. Typical Star Citizen logo. The lightning's flying by. I wonder how long it takes them to do these animations. So Invictus Launch Week is all about celebrating sending off these newly recruited warriors into the Navy. And it started in the First Tavaran War. So this has been around a really long time. The celebration goes on all over UEE systems, with the exception of a couple of places. You can see all sorts of military hardware, military people being represented, people sending them off. The original reason why Invictus was such a big deal is because the Navy would have to send shuttles to go pick up all the new recruits. And, you know, all the families and stuff would want to say goodbye. So while these folks were getting on these shuttles and shuttling off to the bigger ships, the families would be waving goodbye. Eventually that became a way to kind of showcase all the military hardware that was bought over the last year. And you know, some of the better flying, such as the Squadron 999 here. As you see, they take off from a Bengal. You've got the Javelins, a bunch of Idrises, some Hammerheads there. Pretty impressive fleet. And then the little boy that always dreams of being a Navy pilot. All in all, it's a pretty cool video. I liked it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Because I'm sure it took a lot of work to do. So they've definitely been working on it. Now this is the website, and what we see here, as you can see, scrolls through. You can learn more on the G12, but we already talked about the G12 yesterday. Now we will click open Origin JumpWorks, and it shows you the price of the 325A at $70. You can get the 125A at $55. The Origin Rovers there, $55, $60, $60, $65, $55, $60, depending on war bond or if you're using credits. $155, $175 for the triple package. Then you've got in-game extras like all the Fleet Week merchandise. Then you've got actual merchandise where you can get a pretty cool UEE hat, UEE Navy hat and shirt. Those are really neat. Then you've got the Constellation Aquila is the upgrade, the special upgrade ship. I'm not sure what all that entails. I didn't look that much into it. You got the Aurora, the Phoenix, which is sold out, Mantis, Aquila, the Ursa Rover. Then you have the really cool stuff like the Polaris. Those sold out really quick. There are multiple waves of those. There's always going to be 3 waves of the limited time ships. So keep that in mind. That information is on the website. You can go check that out. Then they have the new paint schemes for all the different ships, at least, well, for Constellations and Auroras. Again, you can get the in-game merch and the real merch. And then first Tumbril, they've got the rovers, the Cyclones, and then the tank, the Tumbril Nova tank, which is pretty cool at $105. So that was the website. Now let's go to the convention center. We'll get in the tram that takes us over to the Bevic Convention Center here at Area 18. Now I've sped this part up so that you guys don't have to go through all of it. So, you know, it takes a couple minutes or a minute there at least to get from one place to the other. But when you speed it up, it doesn't take that long. And now that we have arrived, they've got some pretty cool stuff here outside the Bevic Convention Center that I skipped over last time. You can actually scroll down on the mouse wheel and read some of that. Then they've got a brief history here that you can kind of tells you about Invictus Launch Week, what it means, and where it has been recognized, and you know who likes to celebrate it and that sort of thing. But it shows you through the centuries. That's right, centuries that Invictus Launch Week has been a thing. Like I said, it was started in the First Tavaran War, and it continued on from there. Something that's really cool about some of the holographic vehicles and ships, they have a little history that you can read as well that talks about their service with the UEE Navy. We will take a look briefly at a few of those as we get inside the convention hall. So then we're going to turn and head down the walkway here. Once again, I'll speed it up a little bit here. I do have some great shots of the Idris and Javelin in space. I want to bring you guys that video probably maybe later in the day after this one. We'll see. We'll see when I can get that one out. I wanted to add it into this one, but this one's already 24 minutes long, and that's plenty. You guys don't need to, you don't want to see a video that's, you know, 50 minutes long, somewhere in there. That's probably a little bit too long. So I'm going to break the videos up a little bit, but yeah, I've got some great footage of the Idris and Javelin. I was even able to clip into the Idris docking, I guess, airlock, but I couldn't get any further than that, and it shunted me out once the Idris went into quantum, unfortunately. I thought it'd be cool if I could travel along with them. So there's two halls to go to here when you get in the elevator. The first one's the ship hall, and then there's the vehicle hall. And I'm going to speed some things up here, so maybe the video won't be 23 minutes long. But you guys, you know, there's a lot of walking and stuff in here, and you guys just want to see the pretty ships and the display that they have. So I'm just going to speed it up just a little bit so that you don't have to see me walk through everything. But you can rent all these ships right now by either clicking on the ship or even some of the consoles. This is the 325A. It looks really sharp if you ask me. It's got that little cargo area in the back. Good weapons package. I believe it's size 3s on the wings and a size 4 on the nose. Then we're going to go over one of these side sections here. This is where the holograms are. So it's kind of like a little hologram room. And as you can see, as we approach, the one on the left is the constellation Taurus. And I know a lot of people have been waiting on this ship to be in the game. There's the big RSI there. The Taurus is going to be a pure cargo hauler, but it also has smuggling compartments. So it'll be great for you smugglers out there that want to hide some of your illegal goods in little bays to where, yeah, the authorities won't be able to find them without like maybe a visual scan or a really good scanner. I don't know exactly how the smuggling compartments are going to work. I know there's a few ships that are going to have them, but the Taurus is definitely one of those that's going to have the smuggling compartment. Then we go over here to the Polaris. The Polaris is one bad boat. This one is very new in the UE Navy. It says it came online in 2946, and it's a torpedo corvette, and it is nasty. So it's going to have a bunch of size 10 torpedoes and a vehicle or a ship bay that you can carry a light fighter in. Pretty awesome. Kind of goes over the history of it here. As you can see, you can scroll down and read that. Really awesome ship. Can't wait for this one to be in the game. A lot of people really like the idea of this ship. It's going to be fantastic at hit and run type attacks because you have those torpedoes, and those torpedoes are going to do massive damage. If you see a Polaris coming, you're probably going to want to run. Even if you're in an Idris or maybe even a Javelin, though when I show you some of the Javelin in the next video, you're going to be impressed with it. There's no other way about it. It's impressive. The other hologram room is the exact same thing, so we won't spend any time there. Let's go take a look at some of the other ships that are on display. Front and center, you see the Mantis there. We'll get back to it here in a minute. Let's go check out the Aurora LN. So this is the military version, or the militia or advocacy, or it's kind of military based anyways, of the Aurora series. It's got more armor, it's got 4 guns. It's a pretty decent little ship. It can fight. It's definitely worthy of being able to fight. Then you have a Connie here. I believe this one is the Aquila. I have to go around the front and double check. But the difference between the Aquila and the Andromeda is that the Aquila is a research or exploration vehicle ship. It's designed to go out long distances, go through jump points, explore new systems, find all sorts of points of interest, and then get back out. And this would be the Andromeda here. Maybe I have them back. Maybe I have them vice versa. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You get the idea. They both have different roles. The Andromeda is the more versatile of the two, and it's capable of doing a lot more stuff than the Aquila, as far as, carrying cargo, carrying fighting. It's got more missiles, more guns like turrets. And this is the Phoenix. I love the Phoenix. This is more of your VIP transport. Like I said in a previous video, the UE Navy could use this for all sorts of different purposes, like, transporting the brass, or it could be a command and control ship for a certain area where, it's talking and controlling all the assets in the region. So it's a pretty cool ship. I like it. I like the way that they redid it. There's still some interesting quirks. They may still touch up the Constellations series at some point. From what I was hearing on Star Citizen Live, that was something that they were talking about doing. So I would expect maybe a little touch up for the Connies. Let's go check out the vehicle bay and see what they have to offer down there as well. Now, if you'll notice on the elevator, it's not just Origin, Tumbril, and RSI. This is also going to have an Anvil vehicle in it. I guess because they just didn't have anywhere else to put this Anvil vehicle, and it's most definitely going to be used as a military vehicle. And you're going to see it first thing on the left. It's the Ballista. The Ballista has a couple of nasty guns on it that are on a remote turret. The driver can control it, or the passenger. And then it also has several size 7 missiles and size 5 missiles. These are torpedo-based missiles. So they're going to be able to get out there and launch some really nasty firepower on any ships that are coming in. They're not going to want to be very close to this thing because it will be able to bring down fighters quite simple and easily with those torpedoes. Then you have the Origin rover, the G12 here. This is the G12. I believe this is the regular G12 because the G12A has the missile on the back and more armor. But this one only has lasers, the laser repeaters, so it leads me to believe that it's just the G12, the regular one, that we're looking at in this hologram. So this little write-up talks about how the Origin rovers are going to be used and are used to patrol landing zones. When you first land down, they send off all these rovers to kind of patrol the area. Then you have this Tumbril Nova tank, and this thing is going to be so much fun. I believe it's a size 4 gun in the front. Could be actually bigger, but I think it's a size 4. And they talk about how these Nova tanks were heavily used all the way back as far as Tavaran War, and how they were, 3 Nova tanks were able to hold off an entire Tavaran attack squad. So really impressive. Should be a lot of fun to play this tank. They're supposed to be able to be very, I guess, versatile when it comes to climate conditions. They can take extraordinary amounts of heat and cold, so you can use them in all kinds of climates. But guys, that is all we have. Oh, I'm sorry, we have the Ursa rover here, and then we're going to have the Tumbril Cyclones behind us. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Are you interested in getting any of these vehicles or ships? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in joining an org that's really active, my org is Texas. That information will be in the description of the video as well. And we're always looking for new members. You can be from anywhere in the world and join our org. We definitely appreciate that, and it's a bunch of good people, and they're a lot of fun to play with. If you're new to the game and this is a game you're looking like you might want to pick up, now's the time to get in. They've got all sorts of ships for sale this week, and you can get some good ones. And good starting packages and everything else. Please use my referral code in the description down below. You'll get 5,000 bonus UEC if you do. That's it, guys. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.